Oh, thank you so much, guys. Smelling delicious things coming out of the kitchen. But now we're going to talk about money matters. And I think last week, Friday, we had Vanessa and Desmond from Nedbank here. They really did open my eyes as to the value of money. A really interesting chat that we opened. Obviously, we took a look at their new tagline and, of course, the TVC that is just amazing. I love the emotive angle on it as well. And it's all about ultimately seeing money differently. And even at my age, it started to put things into perspective.
That's right. Well, I saw the ad. It's absolutely beautiful, and it follows the journey of a guy making money, and then he draws a red X onto the note, and throughout the ad you can see the note being passed around and basically follow the journey of how money is being used differently. Now, for example, at first it starts off with that red X note going to on a first date to buy movie tickets, and then it's passed on from mom to child, and it was used at a party, even used for, you know, at a wedding to pay as a wedding gift. And then also the ad, what's quite cool about the ad is it ends up with that exact note with the red cross going back to the man that wrote it initially.
Yeah, it's all cyclical, and we often forget that. And I think I love the idea of the money kind of meaning differently to every person that uses it. So I'm going to ask you this question: What's when you think of money, what does it mean to you? Is there a deeper kind of underpinning?
It is. I have to be very careful because for me, like, you know, for me, money is security. So I have to be careful with how I spend, how I save, how I, you know, deal with my finances, being, you know, independent away from my safety zone, which is generally my parents. So I have to be very careful with how I think of spending each cent.
Well, it's really cool that that's sunk in, even at your tender age. I think something that I've often lose out on is the value of every cent. And they really did mention a lot about their new pay-as-you-use account, which it took me a while for this to actually sink in, because all that you pay is a flat monthly rate of R5. So you only pay for what you actually use. I'm like, okay, so this is a solid account with all the value, and it's only R5. So over the weekend, I started thinking to myself about how the value of R5 has actually changed. Now, for me, if I was able to get R5 back in the day when I was a kid, okay, that was a lot of bubble gum, and then I would use it to go and play video games, and you'd go and challenge the best video game guy on the block because you knew you had bank. You could just keep playing. But it's all changed now. What does R5 mean to you?
It's that one coin you have very little value for. I mean, if you asked me this question 10 years ago, I could tell you a lot of things I could buy for R5, but cooking for one is a struggle. I got such a fright when I saw the price of a green pepper, so it's not R5 anymore.
Well, that's the thing. You can maybe get yourself a packet of 2-minute noodles, but I actually did a little bit of digging this weekend and trying to discover what you could actually get for R5. So this is a list of some of the things. It could buy you a loaf of bread, an inexpensive loaf of bread. It could get you one apple, okay, a milli, maybe a chomp or a small little chocolate, a handful of chappies, so some things never do change, then taxi fare maybe somewhere close by, a small packet of chips, or maybe an inexpensive newspaper. But that's just $5. It's crazy.
That still can get you something. That's absolutely incredible. But we really want to hear from you. What can R5 buy you? What are your R5 memories? Let us know on Facebook or Twitter. And if the idea of paying a flat monthly fee of only R5 for an account with all the benefits interest you, then visit the Expresso Facebook page, where we've got a link to all of the details.
I'm a dreamer, a doer.
I know the hustle.
I just need my money to hustle for me.